Okay, so we are now on live. Okay? So yun, medyo namalas. Wala na tayong magagawa doon, and this is the new normal. And before the OJT had been offered, we were called to have the workshop to come up with a catch-up plan on how to do the OJT, how you are going to do the OJT. And I'm going to share to you what had been discussed and what had been agreed upon by the members of the OJT Catch-Up Plan Committee. Okay, so wait. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Nakikita niyo yung screen ko?
Hindi pa naman.
Nakikita niyo?
Hindi pa, ma'am. Wala pa, ma'am.
Wala.
Wala, ma'am. Wala, ma'am.
O yan.
Meron.
Yan, meron na.
Ayun, meron na, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good. Okay, so this is the rationale why we had to make the university-wide OJT catch-up plans. Now, for the BSIT that you are into, ito, sabi niya nga doon, COVID, pandemic, chuba-chuba, render, kaya lang, that CHED, through COVID Advisory number 7, suspended the internship programs until the lifting of ECQ, MECQ, GCQ, and MGCQ. And we are back to GCQ again, right? We are back to GCQ again. That is why we need to craft this catch-up plan for OJT. And these are the legal bases. Now, for the guidelines, number 1, for you to be able to enroll in the OJT program, you should have at least finished all the required courses from first year to third year. That is why I do not know, Franz, if you are around.
France.
I do not know, Franz.
Nasa school ako.
Nasa school siya, tumatawag sila sa akin. Yeah, she fits here, first year to third year, sabi niya. So, she was able naman to finish first year to third year. Only that she has back subjects and you could relate to her. And pinakausap ko kay Dean, kasi ayokong manggaling sa akin. Baka akala ni Dean, akong nagde-decide. So, it is really the Dean who approves. Okay? Kasi, you look at letter C, he can still enroll, sabi niya, even though he has back subject. But, considering that the back course is on the first semester of the 4th year. Okay? With a maximum of 6 units. So, nakailan siya. But then, thinking about the plight of France, I also feel her. Because alangan magtiman nga sulat ti subsublianan nan. Data nga practicum next year. Okay? So I do not know the outcome of the conversation with the dean. And hopefully, she will be able to enroll. Okay? So letter D, he must attend orientations through any online platform as scheduled. Okay, so since this is the only subject that you are enrolled in, except those who are not regular students, anytime that we call up a meeting or an orientation, you should be available. You should make yourself available. And also, letter E, you must submit a medical certificate and a parent's waiver. I do not know. I do not know how we are going to come up with, yes, a parent's waiver that I am going to edit. I will edit the waiver and include the provision or one condition there na idadagdag ko yung COVID condition. So if ever that your parents allow you to go on OJT on-site. If they allow you to go on-site OJT, then they have to sign the waiver. Ay, kahit pala hindi on-site, magsasign pa rin sila. Lahat. Okay? So, letter F, a student apprentice has the privilege to choose where to conduct his OJT course. Palakihan ko. Palakihan ko. Wait. Para mabasa yung maigi. Yan. Oh, nabasa nyo na.
Yes, ma'am.
Malaking-malaki na siya. Oh. Okay. Sabi niya dito, a student apprentice has the privilege to choose where to conduct his OJT course. However, to the approval of the OJT coordinator. And then, if, say for example, kayo, if you would like to have your OJT in your respective barangays or localities, municipalities, whichever office is near to you, accessible to you, pwede niyong i-recommend sa akin, and then we make a memorandum of agreement with that office na pwedeng, where you will have your OJT. Now, in case of inability of the student apprentice to continue his OJT, kunwari for any valid reason that you were not able to continue your OJT in that particular office, nagkasakit ka, nag-asawa ka, nanganak ka, now the OJT coordinator will be held responsible in informing the industry and agency. Now, yung oras mo, the total hours rendered, will be accumulated. So, maurnong. And then, if you are already capable of continuing your OJT, then you may do so and it will be added to the accumulated hours that you rendered in that office. Okay? So, ganun yon. Now, letter H. Any student was, I will go back to the previous one. Kunwari, nagka-problema, magkaiba yung office, no? Kunwari, office A, nag-stuck ako, and I would like to continue it at a later time to office B. So, pwede yung ganon. Kung ano yung whatever time accumulated dun sa office A will be added to office B. Okay? So, letter H. Any student has committed severe violation, grave misconduct to the company's rules and policies is cause for disciplinary action by the school department of DSSD. But the completed hours shall still be carried. So, carried pa rin. Kahit pa pumatay ka, nagnakaw ka, hindi naman, Diyos ko, napaka-karumal-dumal naman yung mga kaso na yan. Hindi. Ano ba yung mga
Hindi naman ganun yung estudyante ng EPSU.
Yes, walang ganon. Now, we are going to discuss later on, we will discuss later on the guidelines. The guidelines that I presented, which forms part of the OJT framework of the university. Okay, so letter I. He must submit a narrative report within the prescribed period. So at the end of the OJT period, you are going to submit a narrative report. Oy, alabat na ulit yung letter J, Diyos mio. Ito yung sinubmit ko sa university. Hindi naman nila nakita. Okay, so yon. And then, these are now the schemes. Ito na, mamimili na kayo dito. Whether face-to-face, no face-to-face, or face-to-face with online or virtual independent learning. Okay, let us discuss no face-to-face. Ito, this is project-based. This is project-based. Students may opt to deliver business solutions to agencies, companies, organizations, associations of their choice through any of the following. Kasla kag capstone. Oh, kasla kag capstone. You make a web page design, you develop a website, you develop an IS, you develop an e-learning material, you may develop a network infrastructure plan, or any digital project that the agency needs, which may be done through work from home scheme. So say for example, kasi sabi niya dito, or any digital project. For example, dun sa baryo ninyo, kailangan nyo ng ganitong system. Pwede mo silang gawan. Or dun sa eskwelahan na malapit sa'yo, pwede mo silang gawan ng mga simpleng systems lang. Simple lang. Huwag kang gumawa ng system na hindi nakakayanin ng powers mo. Okay? So yung mga simple lang but usable. And with regards to that, pwede siguro na magpa-workshop tayo for 3 days siguro since you are not yet deployed and hindi ko alam kung kailan kayo made-deploy. Siguro magpa-workshop muna tayo on web development, web page. Pero nag-web page design na kayo, di ba?
Web development.
Di ba? Nag-web dev na kayo, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, pwede. And then, dun sa e-learning materials, ay apo, kadali pala. It's not kadali. But with the previous batches on Capstone, di ba kinocode nila yan. Pero you can do it using PowerPoint actually, yung e-learning material na yan. It just takes time. It just takes time and effort. Kasi yung ginawa ko na e-learning ko with quantitative methods, yung isang subject ko, na-amaze ako using PowerPoint lang yun. You can do animation there and you can come up with very good e-learning materials using PowerPoint. Hindi mo na i-code. Hindi na, it's just putting strategies together. And that's it. Pwede tayong magkuhan doon. Pwede naman tayong magpa-workshop doon. Okay, so schedule lang natin kasi e-learning, tapos yung kuhan naman, yung IS naman, willing naman si Sir Warren. Willing naman si Sir Warren to do some coaching sa information systems. Kung gusto niyong gumawa ng simple na information system. Okay? So, yun. Okay, so, sabi niya dito, in another paragraph, another button is, projects may preferably help in the mitigation of COVID-19 related problems or have social and economic impacts. So it could be related to the mitigation of COVID-19 problems or it could have social and economic impacts. Okay, so take note, no? pwede kang gumawa ng pet project mo for a particular organization or for a particular business, kunwari website. Kasi we are moving towards the trend eh. We are moving towards that trend wherein everything now is going to be touchless. Hindi na yung physical na pupunta ka sa store, di ba? That is the trend now. Online selling. What if you make an online store for a physical store? Like Lazada, di ba? Like Lazada. Pero of course, hindi siya masyadong sophisticated like Lazada. Kunwari lang, parang Lazada, online store, website, web page, wherein nandun lahat yung products ni store na ganito. Yung products ni business na ganito. Kunwari PCI-NET. PCI-NET, would it be okay if we make a web page for you? Ilalagay mo lang dun yung mga products ni PCI-NET. Tapos, ilalagay mo doon kung paano yung delivery, mode of delivery, for pick-up ba, or for delivery. And then the payment, syempre, you cannot still integrate the payment kasi nga nag-uumpisa ka pa lang. So, you could start with just a very simple web page. Wala munang payment. Kung kakayanin mo, then you may experiment, you may explore on how to integrate the payment method in that e-commerce site. Okay? So, pwede kang gumawa ng mga e-commerce sites. Pinakamadali actually, e-commerce sites. Ay, isa pang napakadali, e-learning material. Using PowerPoint. Yung mga ginawa ng mga teachers nung workshop, napakagaganda. Okay? So, pwede ninyong gawan yung mga daycare teachers kasi they are having a hard time and they are having a difficult time teaching the children nowadays. Mga grade 1, grade 2 kasi they are not allowed to hold face-to-face classes. So, pwede yung gawan ng e-learning materials. Okay? So, monitoring of projects may be done through video conferencing. So, monitor natin what is the development, whatever scheme that you choose, i-monitor pa rin natin yung progress mo. Just like what I do during face-to-face. Yung monitoring ko during face-to-face is I go to the places where the interns are deployed. So pumupunta ako doon, kinakausap ko yung supervisor, how are you doing? And I try to look into the projects being done by the OJTs themselves. And then I try to give inputs also. Okay? So the final outputs, the final outputs may be presented through any platform before implementation and may be implemented with the presence of the OJT coordinator. Parang ang capstone to eh. I-deploy natin to. I-deploy natin to dun sa client nyo. Okay? And then companies, agencies shall be identified and coordinated by the OJT coordinator. But if you have some in mind, you may tell me so. Okay? Pwede kayong mag-isip kung sino magiging client nyo, kung anong gagawin ninyo, and akong makiki-coordinate. Or you may do the coordination yourself, but you have to inform me for formality's sake, for formality reasons naman. Okay? So let's go to face-to-face with online and virtual independent learning. Okay, so this is only applicable to those living nearby 7 kilometers radius. Muyo jay 7 kilometers. Nakunana. Aba, manuang kilometro lamot tulawig.
Hindi ka mo, mama.
7. 7. So,
Ano ba mabalik ba, ma'am? Ano ba mabalik nga face-to-face na lang?
dito garod ni OJ, second nga ko second nga scheme. So from Lamot to Bunog, that is 7 kilometers. You could also have your OJT in IFSU provided that you are living 7 kilometers away from IFSU. Within 7 kilometer radius from IFSU. Okay? Sabi niya dito, you may have your OJT provided that you follow health protocols set by the school and that of the IATF, and you have your own means of transportation. You have your own means of transportation. Or, if it is nearby, mapag na, no need for transportation, of course. Okay? So students may have their training in local and national government offices if they are living nearby. And the monitoring shall be conducted through video conferencing or mobile calls with the student, supervisors, and students. Okay? So yun, mamimili kayo. Face-to-face with online or full. No face-to-face. Kasi itong face-to-face with online, yung gagawin nyo dito is, papasok kayo. For example, nandito sa baba wait. 186 hours. 80%, 20% lang yung face-to-face. So, ibig sabihin, for online, there will be only 15, 16. Hindi apay nga mali. I-compute yun man. Ano yung cellphone ko? Camille. I-compute yun man. 486. So 486 na lang tayo. We will not implement the 600. 486 times 0.20. 97.2. Okay. So it's 97 or 98, 99, 100 ko namon. 100 hours. 100 hours na face-to-face. And then the rest is done online. Ibig sabihin, you go to the office for 100 hours and then bibigyan kanila ng gagawin for online. Okay, so ano ang pipiliin ninyo? Sa bagay, adayupay, but then as early as now, dapat meron na kayong idea, meron na kayong mga target na offices where to have your OJT. Kuna ni Papam Aba, I do not know if you are going to NIA. Aba.
Yes, ma'am. So, kano?
Kaya lang, 100 hours lang. So, kung 100 hours divided by 8, 100 divided by 8. 10 days. Okay, so 100 hours, that is 12 days. 13 days ko namon.
Yes, ma'am.
13 days na face-to-face. Tapos, the rest is online.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the rest, Patrick?
Hindi ko pa alam, ma'am.
Salamot. Zero yung mga taga-lamot dito. Farah?
Ma'am.
Farah, where are you living?
Yes,
Where are you
ma'am.
staying?
The population is, ma'am.
Oh, malapit ka lang sa munisipyo, di ba? You have their
Yes,
DAR.
ma'am.
You have their DAR. Of course, na-disinfect na ang DAR. So,
Yes, ma'am.
pwede na doon.
Barik ka, ma'am.
Oh, pwede na sa DAR. Pwede naman sa, ano ba? DAR? Munisipyo.
Yes, ma'am.
And, sorry, DICT. You go to DICT pala. May office ang DICT sa Lamot. O malakas
Yes,
pa ang
ma'am.
internet doon.
Saan banda yun,
Wala,
ma'am?
ma'am.
Yung DICT,
Yes, ma'am.
sa kuwan, yung old na clinic ngay. Oh. Tapos meron pa tayo, marami mga offices naman dyan sa municipal office. And COMELEC also. COMELEC pala, kasi ongoing ang registration for 2021 election.
Yes, ma'am.
Diba?
Kita ko
Sino pang
na
tagalamot
Yes,
doon?
ma'am.
Ay, sino pa tagalamot dito? Si Patrick.
Miguel Ann.
Sino pa?
Miguel
Patrick,
Ann, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ni
kasi
Maris.
ka sa RBG. Actually, RBG Lagawe, RBG Anywhere, kahit sa Pocha, sinong taga Pocha dito? May RBG sa Pocha. With RBG, they offer allowance. Narinig ninyo, may allowance sa RBG.
Yes. Yung about sa virtual independent learning sa Scheme 2, paano yun?
Yung Scheme 2.
Di ba face-to-face, online, tapos
Yes.
pag natapos yung 13 days, sa virtual independent learning,
ka, mag-virtual, mag-online. Depende kasi ito, Patrick. Depende. It is me who will decide on who will have their virtual independent learning.
okay, ma'am.
Kasi I will be choosing students who will have their virtual independent learning, like I will tell them to watch videos on Java programming. Kunwari, Java programming, and then they come up with simple programs in Java, mga ganon.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Or, basta, ganun yon. And then, yung sa face-to-face with online naman, tama. Pwede naman ito, yung sa second scheme is, pwedeng face-to-face yung 100 hours, and then the rest, I will ask the company to give online work. O kaya, they will give you work that could be done at home. And
Oo na lang, ma'am. Yun
And
na
then,
lang.
dadalhin mo doon pagkatapos mo, if you are done with it.
So, face-to-face na lang ako, ma'am.
Okay. So, tomorrow siguro, tomorrow afternoon, you try to assess yourself, you try to choose which among these two schemes is applicable to you. Okay? And then, tignan natin bukas, and then you try to have an initial office where to work. Saan kayo pwede? Kasi yung coordination yung coordination ng office. Yung coordination ng IPSU tsaka yung office na yon. So for Lamut, meron tayong mga municipal offices, meron din naman tayong national offices like DAR, and then ROD, and DNR. Okay? So, meron tayong DNR, may NIA.
Yung niya na lang sa akin, ma'am.
Okay. And then, ano pa ba yung offices dyan? And then in Lagawe, mas marami kasi we have Capitol. Meron tayong Capitol, maraming offices doon. Meron tayong DTI, meron tayong TESDA, RBG Lagawe. Okay? And dun sa mga localities ninyo, you try to look for offices where you could work. Like sa Mayuyaw, hang kayo ang mapanan aji Banawi, ta kayon Mayawyaw. Kung sino yung nandun sa Pocha, doon na lang kayo sa Pocha. Alfonso Lista. Do not come to IFSU anymore. Okay? So, yon. So, unang-una, gusto ko sana makausap yung mga parents ninyo. But since baka hindi sila allowed, they are not available, and you are already of age, di ba? You are already of age.
Yes, ma'am.
You can decide by yourselves already. So, ako na lang pagsasabi sa inyo. Okay, so unang-una, ang gagawin natin is magsisecure kayo ng waiver. And then I will ask the dean if the medical certificate is still enforced. Kasi yun yung nasa guidelines. Kaya lang as of the moment, we cannot go to the health institutions because the health institutions are very risky. Di ba? Baka mapangkag pa medical ko at awan sakit mo no nagawid ka at dan.
Ma'am,
Yeah?
pero ba, ma'am?
Ay, gusto nga kabut-buting. So, kausapin ko muna si Dean regarding that one. And then, next is your insurance. Next is your insurance. Kailangan nating mag-avail ng insurance to protect you during the entire duration or in the entire duration of your OJT. Okay? Kailangan tayong magbayad ng insurance. I will still have to source out an insurance which is good and it is applicable for COVID. Kasi ang dadangay ng insurance nga handamot kayahan nga covered ti COVID. So, hanap tayo ng insurance which covers critical illnesses like COVID. COVID is actually considered as one of the critical illnesses nowadays. Okay, so dapat i-cover niya yun. And then, yun. What else? Awanin. I am supposed to collect, kasi sa school, we collect 1,000 pesos for practicum fee. But then, I will talk with Dean if that is still applicable. Kasi kung kunin natin yung approved, merong practicum fee na 1,000. But then, I will still have to ask the dean if that is still enforced during the pandemic. Okay? Tanungin ko muna kung paano. Ano pa? What? Okay, so do you have questions? Bukas yun I would like to get your feedback. I would like to get a feedback from you tomorrow. Kung ano yung... sorry. Please start drafting your application letters. please start drafting your application letters. If it could be submitted tomorrow, the better. If not, you may submit it next week. Okay? So, i-draft nyo muna yung body of the application letter and then to follow na yung address line para tingnan natin kung saan kayo talaga maa-assign, and then we would be able to get the names of the supervisors whom the letter will be addressed to. Okay? So, question. Question.
Ma'am, pagpa-medicalan tungay, ma'am, numatuloy.
Ha?
Pagpa-medicalan tungay, ma'am, itaba clinic or J2 lamot.
Baka dito'y clinic ton. Baka RH yun ton. Kasi meron tayo sa school. Walang bayad yon.
Yes,
Kaya
ma'am.
lang, kung pupunta ka ng school, papupuntahin ka rin sa Panakdopan Hospital for the x-ray. Kasi kailangan ng x-ray.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? For those who will have the face-to-face. Pero kung hindi naman face-to-face, hindi na kailangan yata ng x-ray.
Sa hospital na lang, ma'am?
Yes. Pero I still need to discuss this with Dean, no? Tomorrow.
Yes,
Kasi
ma'am.
pupunta ako ng school tomorrow. Okay?
Update back nila tantun, ma'am.
Sige. I will update the group. So what else? Ano pa mga questions natin? Before we end, kindly turn on your videos para mag-picture tayo. Yan. Kasi magpipicture tayo eh. Yan. Kasi evidence yan na nag-meet tayo. Yan. Aba.
Lawag.
Maglawag.
Guraswag, makanga. Lawag na ta.
What's that? Ay, apo dito yung anak ko. Order ti Shopee. Ha? Yeah. Odi, you turn on. Charina, you turn on. Patrick. Patrick. Charina. In-on nansa lang ni Charina.
Nakatimer po, ma'am.
Ma'am! Na siya. Yeah. At si Charina. Sige.
Sino ato eh?
Charina, okay. You move closer to the cam for a closer look. Yan. Closer pa. Okay. Okay, at the count of 3, you smile. 1. Ay! Yung kamay mo, sino to? Sino yan?
Ba?
Sinong Nova?
Ayun. Si Kobe, si Ava, si Odi.
Sige na, on nyo J. Kwayon.
Good na nga doon.
Odi. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay na. Okay. So, pwede nyo nang i-off yung cam ninyo. Okay, so, Anya, you have questions?
Ma'am,
For your
so bali
questions?
kailan po mag-start ang OJT ng yung mga mag-OJT talaga?
Ano? Kailan mag-i-start?
Yung
Yung mga mag-OJT sa mga offices.
Mga last week of February.
Okay.
Last week of February. Kasi we are going to have a series of parang mga workshop tayo, webinar, mga ganon, orientation. Kailangan nating mag-orient before we lose your reins. Bago na kayo ibulus, we need to have an orientation first. No? So, yun. Naku, Odi, na-late na ang beauty mo. Wala na, nag-picture na kami. Okay, so ano pa? What else do you have in mind?
Ano po?
Nya pa iti question nyo. Before we say goodbye.
Awanin mo't kanyak, ma'am. Question kayo.
Sa bagay, mabalin mo tlatag question kayo, Jaikwa. You could always PM me. Okay? Okay, so that would be all. Tomorrow I will be expecting a list from you. You may send it through the GC. Okay? You may send it through the GC. Sa GC natin, doon ninyo i-submit yung pangalan ninyo and then your prospect office and then the scheme that you chose. Okay? So that will be tomorrow. The application letter could also be tomorrow, but then it could also be next week. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So just stay tuned for updates in the GC. Okay? So bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Ma'am.